date today, the 28th of September 2022. Lagos receives 2 intra-city trains for Red Line Rail System ahead of project completion. U.S. court sentences Governor Abiodun's aide to 5 years imprisonment. And in business news this morning, CBN increases interest rates to 15.5%, highest in 20 years. Lagos says collection of service charge for its health insurance scheme is illegal and dubious. Nigeria's debt to GDP ratio at 23%, below the 40% limit. This is coming from the DMO. Good morning. Welcome to news update from your #1 business radio, Broad Street Radio, in association with Automedics Auto Care Limited, Agile Estate Branch, and Dependable Securities Limited. I am Atusi James Chuku, and here are the news in full. The Lagos state government on Tuesday announced that it has received 2 trains, Talgo Series 8, for the Red Line Rail System. The arrival of the trains marks the achievement of another major milestone in its determination of the Lagos state government to deliver the operation of the Red Line Rail System by the first quarter of 2023. This disclosure is contained in a statement issued by the Lagos State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. 𝐾𝐤 𝐸, who said the Talgo Series 8 trains acquired for the Red Line have finally arrived in Lagos from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 𝐸 said that the 2 numbers 10 and 11 car intra-city trains, which were bought from Milwaukee for the rail project, are here. A special assistant to the governor of Ogun State, Abidemi Rufai, has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for pandemic fraud. Mr. Rufai was arrested at the New York airport in May 2021 by the Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI, following a criminal complaint by about 1,000 defrauded U.S. residents. In May 2021, Mr. Rufai pleaded guilty before the U.S. District Court in Tacoma on charges bordering on wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. He was alleged to have defrauded employees of the Washington State Employment Security Department the sum of $350,000. The Office of the Presidency responded to comments by the Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu that vigilantes in Katsina State were allowed to purchase automatic weapons. In a statement by Garba Shehu, media aide to the president, he stated that no state, not Katsina, not any other state in the federation, has been authorized to procure automatic weapons for their security outfit. They added that nobody is allowed to illegally carry AK-47 or any other automatic weapons, and that they must surrender them. And now to business news this morning. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has raised the monetary policy rate MPR to 15.5% from 14% in an aggressive move to fight inflation in the country. The governor of CBN, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, disclosed this while briefing the press at the end of the 5th Monetary Policy Committee meeting in 2022 in Abuja yesterday. He also announced an increase in the cash reserve ratio (CRR) to a minimum of 32.5% from the July CRR of 22.5%, while retaining liquidity ratio at 30%. Mr. Emefiele said the committee voted unanimously to raise the MPR. The MPC voted to raise the MPR to 15.5%, retain the asymmetric corridor at plus 100 minus 700 basis points around the MPR, increase the cash reserve ratio CRR to a minimum of 32.5%, and retain liquidity at ratio 30%. On why the rates was raised, he said, members deliberated the impact of the widening margin between the current policy rate of 14% and the inflation rate of 20.52%. The Lagos State government, through the Lagos State Health Management Agency (LASHMA), has condemned the collection of service charges for the enrollment of Lagos State residents on 𝐂𝐴, the state's health insurance scheme, describing it as a dubious and illegal act. This was made known by the General Manager of LASHMA, Dr. Emanuela Zamba, who said that the agency does not charge any service fee before onboarding the residents of 𝐂𝐴, adding that nobody has the authority to collect service charge or fee on behalf of LASHMA from any resident in the state. Dr. Zamba warned the LASHMA enrollment officers, independent or marketing agents who were perpetrating such illegal acts to desist immediately, adding that anyone caught would be made to face the full wrath of the law. Nigeria's Debt Management Office (DMO) has stated that Nigeria's debt to GDP ratio is 23%, which is still within the country's self-imposed limit of 40%. The Director General of the DMO, Patience Oniha, said this on Tuesday during an executive course on budgeting and fiscal responsibility organized by the Fiscal Responsibility Commission in Abuja. She also added that one way to reduce budget deficits is to grow revenues and to prioritize expenditure and cut waste and leakages. Oniha also noted that Nigeria had run deficit budgets for many decades, which made borrowings from local and external sources imperative. This is news update from your number one business radio, Broad Street Radio, in association with Automedics Auto Care Limited, Agile Estate Branch, and Dependable Securities Limited. Before we go, a recap of the major stories. Intracity trains for Red Line rail system ahead of project completion. U.S. court sentences Governor Abiodun's aide to 5 years imprisonment. And in business news this morning, CBN increases interest rates to 15.5%, highest in 20 years. Lagos says collection of service charge for its health insurance scheme is illegal and dubious. Nigeria's debt to GDP ratio at 23%, below the 40% limit from the DMO. Enjoy the rest of the day. I am Otosi James Chukwu, and you're listening to your number one business radio, Broad Street Radio. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms. Follow and like our page on Facebook at Broad Street Radio NG. Join the conversations on our Instagram and Twitter handles at Broad Street Rad. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Broad Street Radio NG on YouTube. And our website is www.broadstreetradio.com. You can also reach out to us via WhatsApp on 0809-791-0074. For sponsorship and advert placement on Broad Street Radio, the numbers to call are 0809-791-0073 or 0803-436-1400. You could also send a mail to hello@broadstreetradio.com, or you visit our office at 195 Ikorodu Road by Palm Grove Bus Stop. Unibrown House is the building. Our mobile app is available on Google Play Store and the Apple App Store for the Android and Apple phone users respectively. Download